Hi, and welcome to my guide. Today we're gonna be completing the quest, the Pandemonium. There are no quest nor stat requirements. There are also no required items, but you will need, at the very least, 2 empty inventory slots and have empty hands. There are no recommendations and also no teleports are needed. Where we can start this quest is here in Port Sarim, right next to the food store. There is a quest sign. Let's talk to either Will or Anne and select option 1 to start the job interview. Then select option 1 again to continue the conversation on their ship and start your first salvage job. On this ship, you will now also see the sailing interface. The left button is the stop button, then the down arrow is to go backwards, and the forward arrow is to go forward. But before we can use these buttons, we must first, after the conversation is over, click on the helm, which is on the back of the ship, click on the up arrow twice, or simply click on the minimap and go south. Go south around Tutorial Island, and in the waters between Tutorial Island and the Karanja shipyard, there the NPCs will tell you to stop. Stopping the boat is done by clicking on the left button in your game interface. Occasionally, you can also trim the sails. This will speed up your boat a little bit and also give you some sailing XP. When the NPCs say that you will need to stop right here, then go back to your sailing interface and click on the stop button. Okay, we need to continue to go south. Move the forward arrow again. Okay, that's it, the stop button. Once we've arrived, we will now need to do our second job, which is to deploy the salvaging hook. It is indicated with the flashing arrow. You will now salvage an old cup and a mysterious medallion. Will and Anne will take this medallion and your job is done. They will now push you off board and you will have to swim to the island of Pandemonium. Once the cutscene is over and you've made it to the pub, let's talk to Steve Beanie. And he will redirect you to talk to Ribs, as his map got stolen by Will and Anne. After the conversation is over, let's go a little bit north of the hole in the floor. There is Ribs. Let's talk to him and select either option 1 or option 2. That doesn't matter at all, to be honest. After the conversation with Ribs, we will need to talk to the bartender Steve Beanie again. Let's talk to him and select option 2 about Will and Anne. And then select option 1 or option 2. It doesn't matter which one. We'll tell you to not disrespect any patron who is on these lawless lands. And second, he will also redirect you to Junior Gym. Go northeast on our minimap and go to our saw icon. There is Junior Gym. Let's talk to him and you will trade the old cub for a raft. A raft with a helm but not a sail. To get a sail, we will need to do a job for him, which is to play as a courier and get a crate of cargo from Port Sarim to him. Once the conversation is over and we are here at the docking station, go a little bit south and across the gangplank there are 2 crates. take from and take a hammer and a saw. Then board the gangplank onto your raft and then build the facility hotspot to make a cargo hold, the one requiring level 1 sailing and construction. Click on build, then disembark by clicking on the gangplank again, and then go north through the portal, and let's continue our conversation with Jim. He will give you a pretty important item, which is the captain's log. This item will keep track of your work at sea. You can open the logbook to see your current task and click on it, and it will say that we will need to go to Port Sarim to pick up cargo and bring it to the Pandemonium, where we are right now. Right, let's go north and go to the anchor sign on our minimap. There is a gangplank that we can board. Do so. To board our raft, first, always click on the helm on the back of your raft or ship, and then use your minimap to go north. Or you can use the up arrow twice. Let's go north and go anti-clockwise or clockwise, whatever, and go around Tutorial Island and make your way to Port Sarim. It might be easier to just have your minimap open at all times while just clicking on the minimap. Though if you do this, then you cannot see when you need to rip the sails. Just make your way back to Port Sarim so we can pick up some cargo and then sail our way back to Pandemonium, where we can disembark our raft that is indicated on the map with an anchor icon. Disembark by clicking on the gangplank, then head west, go to your note icon, and there take cargo, which is a table with some coins on it. Next, head back to your ship. Do not try to leave the docks while carrying the cargo, because then the SWAT team will confiscate the cargo and you've done all of this for nothing. Let's board our raft again, then click on the basic cargo hold to put everything in there, then navigate by clicking on the helm on the back of your raft, and let's make our way back to the Pandemonium. You should now kind of know where that is. It is on the other side of Tutorial Island. So go a little bit southwest, but mostly south. Trim the sails whenever you need to. This gives you 10 sailing experience. Ah, I'm stuck. Fuck. Okay, go back. Then go forward. Okay, nice. Okay. here at the anchor icon on our minimap. Let's disembark, but before we're doing that, let's first click on our basic cargo hold to open it, take the crate out of it, and then disembark. Let's return to the saw icon on our minimap and talk to Trader Jim. Wait, no. First deposit cargo by clicking on the table that has a lot of coin on it. And congratulations on a level 2 sailing. Next, let's go a little bit south to the saw icon on our minimap and talk to Junior Jim. He will now give you a lot of exposition. He's saying 5 different things. One is that he will be able to sell you all types of vessels depending on your sailing level. 2, you can gain more sailing experience by viewing notice boards on basically every dock and do some more RP as a delivery driver. 3, if you want to explore the world, the captain's log has more info how to do so. 4, Junior Jim has left a couple of repair kits for when you sail into a storm or school of sharks and your ship gets damaged. And finally, number 5, a spyglass is a charting tool that you will need to look at things while out at sea. Talk to Charles in the cave on the island to get it. First, let's complete our quest by going back into the pub and talking to the bartender called Steve, I think, yes. Let's talk to Old Grog in front of the bar pumps, who will go and start looking for the whereabouts of Will and Anne. Once Old Grog is gone, congratulations, you have completed the Pandemonium Quest. You are awarded with access to the sailing skill, access to Pandemonium, a raft currently here at the Pandemonium, 300 more sailing experience, and 25 sawmill coupons for 25 regular planks. Now, after we have completed this quest, let's first get that spyglass from Charles. To do so, let's head northwest on the small island, ignore the bank, and head northeast to the dungeon side. In there, we find 2 things of interest. Here, the first thing is the NPC Charles, and the second thing is a little bit south of Charles, which is a mine filled with lead. This requires level 25 mining. But we are here for sailing, so let's talk to Charles. And by doing so, he will give you a spyglass. You can also talk to this NPC, and he will give you some more information about sailing and chartering. He will tell you 6 things. First, you can note most points of interest in your captain's log by simply exploring uncharted waters and islets. Number 2, when you see particles in the water, use your spyglass to note these important points of interest. Number 3 is that you can track drink crates, but that requires the Prying Times quest. Number 4 is that you can track currents, but that requires the Current Affairs quest. Number 5 is that you can dive into the sea and check the sea depths, but that requires level 38 sailing. And finally, number 6, at level 57 sailing, you will be able to track weather patterns. Tracking and noting these 6 points will reward the player with shortcuts, and by talking occasionally to Charles, he will reward you with coin and more sailing XP. Now, before we're heading out here, let's first exit this cave. Do not teleport while your boat is still here at Pandemonium. Here is some sparkling shit. Let's look through the spyglass. And you've now completed your first charter, looking at the Pandemonium. Now, by the way, you do not need this captain's log or spyglass in your inventory at all times. Let's go back to the boat and put these in our little chest. So let's go back to the anchor side. Let's click on our basic cargo hold, and here we can go deposit our tools. First, let's dismiss and deposit our spyglass and our captain's log. Now, before ending this video, I would like to give you a warning that whenever you leave your boat docked at Pandemonium and you teleport out, that means that you will need to retrieve your boat in Port Sarim by paying 250 coins and losing all items that is currently in your cargo hold. Or you can also make your way back to Pandemonium by paying 30 coins by right-clicking on any of these seamen. These originally only took you to Musa Point. When you right-click on them, you can now also travel to the Pandemonium. And this is my guide how to complete this Pandemonium sailing tutorial quest. Happy sailing! Okay, thanks, bye.